The Timberwolves taking on the Kings. For the Minnesota Timberwolves, not the start to the season that this team wanted, but they can turn it around with the win at any time. We'll see if that starts tonight. Kings, Timberwolves. Don't leave your seat. We'll be right back. Welcome to the weekend, everybody. Let's get it going with NBA action on 2K Sports. I'm Kevin Harlan, along with Greg Anthony and Brent Barry, our terrific analysts, and David Aldridge is our sideline reporter. Here we are in November. Let's see how things are shaking out in the West early in the season. Taking a look at Minnesota. Fourth in the conference, an excellent season so far for them, though they'd like to jump into the top tier, maybe the top three. And checking out Sacramento, 2 games back.
And I think for the Timberwolves, they've been slightly off the mark here early in the season. Not awful by any stretch of the imagination, but just not quite at the level many had predicted.
Well, it's been an R&B start for them, very smooth. And for all the talk coming into the year that they were just going to run away and hide at the top of the standings, it's looking like it might be not so easy for them.
And checking out Minnesota's opening lineup. We've got Parker, Bridges out there with Blunt, and it's Gibbs in at the point. And for Sacramento, Cassell is out there with Parker. And it's Floyd in at the 4. Greg, both teams love to push the ball to the floor, even off of made shots.
And trying to get those easy ones before the defense can get set is always an advantage, and you're seeing more and more teams trying to speed up their pace of play.
Here's Floyd. Pass to Parker. Shot clock at 5. Fader on the way. That one misses. And it's the Timberwolves taking it the other way. They couldn't put the pieces together, losing the last matchup with the Lakers.
Yeah, I mean, on the road, their defense was just overrun. Couldn't match the intensity of the opponent, and it cost them.
Well, let's hope there isn't any carryover from that letdown in this one.
Cassell against Bridges. Cassell the pass to Sims. Chalk up 2 there.
And getting the offense started with a high-quality look down low.
Now here's Parker. He's coming off a 22-point game against the Lakers in Los Angeles.
His big night wasn't limited to his offense. His steals numbers were way up there, and it was a special night for him in just about every way.
Here's Reynolds. He's averaging just around 8.5 points a game.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
Here's Parker. And Reynolds pulls it down.
I'm not going to see that very often. The defense in the vicinity, but still, he's not one to blow layups.
Here's Parker. Here's Cassell. 14 points from him the last game against Orlando.
Felt like he had a sense in that game that the defense was being over-aggressive, and he tried to take advantage of that. He continually frustrated them throughout the night and got to the free throw line.
Here's Gibbs. Last time out, he had 14 points. Parker, with no one around, hits the jumper in space.
And off the schneid here, 1 of 5, but that's a big one.
First quarter of basketball, just over 2.5 minutes play. Parker dishes to Sims. And the ball's tied up, so we'll have a jump ball.
It'll be a jump ball.
Minnesota with the ball. Timberwolves have gone just 1 for 5 from the field to start the quarter. First quarter of play, we're about 3 minutes in. Here's Blunt. 20 points for him last game against the Lakers.
And not just the scoring. It was also how fierce he was on defense, grabbing 3 steals on the night as well.
Parker, right side. First quarter of action, just under 3.5 minutes played. Here's Sims, and he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more.
That's his first
And getting after it on the offensive glass and adding to that early total with the putback.
Sometimes guys come in with a great mindset, trying to push the action until somebody stops him. Nobody there to do it that time.
And that one's good. Parker.
And they've scored several times already here in the first quarter on the inside.
Timberwolves trail by 5. Here's Gibbs. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Parker with it. Here's Cassell. There's the drive. Misses the reverse. Here's Blunt. He's covered by Cassell. 13 feet away. A second chance effort. And the pass to Gibbs. Picked off in midair. Reynolds passes to Parker. Connects from three-point range. Parker's got 5.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Parker's shot is off.
Just cannot get anything to go. If there's going to be a way to get out of this hole, I don't think he'll be the one to do it.
Parker passes to full. Count the bucket, coming off a perfectly placed assist.
And not hard to see why they are giving up points on this run. Just too many good looks from in close.
So the Timberwolves called their first timeout. Well, the season's still in its very early stages, but Brent, how long before some teams decide to shake things up?
That's a good question, Kevin. I think it depends on what the expectations of your team are going in. And if you get to the early...
Substituting on the court.
And here in the second, 2 minutes gone by. Parker against Parker. And Turner kicks to Parker. Into the lane. And it's blocked. They've got Turner. And it's Floyd in at the power forward position. That's the 5 out there for the Kings. Pass to Yang. Boyza. No good there, and that would have cut it to single digits. Parker surveying the floor. It's in. That's his 3rd field goal of the game. He's 3 for 5.
And they've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball in the paint.
Parker outside to the wing on the left. 6 on the shot clock. To the paint. Boyza. That's in, and he found his range with that one. Now 1 for 2.
Such a critical part of how their offense is going to flow. Things are only working when he seems to be on the floor.
Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. Here's Ramsey. Offline with his 3.
His touch has left him in this quarter. Nowhere close to the kind of output they need from him.
Teardrop shot. Bridges with the board.
And he's been way off the mark this quarter. It's been ugly.
The 10-footer. And that one hits back iron. Kings leading now by 10. Parker inside. He's against Parker. Parker dishes to Turner. It's blocked. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Bridges. Sacramento making a switch here. Cassell's checked in. On defense, Minnesota. Parker up top, covered by... Oh!
Yeah. And this sort of
awesome dunk is one of the reasons this team is in charge of this game.
Well, there's a swagger out there. You can see it on the court that they possess and are not afraid to show it either. Nice job capturing the moment on the AT&T 5G Slam Cam.
Solid rebound there, and with the score like it is, that's an area where they can't afford to get lazy.
Parker passes to Reynolds. Just 4 to shoot. Here's Cassell. It's not going to go for him. And Minnesota will come the other way. And guys, this is the first they're seeing of Sacramento.
Yeah, and they came out with a W every time they played this squad last year. A stark contrast drawn between the conference's haves and have-nots.
And no doubt they'd love to see him get a lot more of those opportunities.
And that deficit will go away quickly if he does, Greg. And the Kings making a change here. Sims is checked in. Thompson, he's checked in for the Timberwolves.
Now into the lineup.
Kings leading now by 10. Parker outside. Passes it to Cassell. No good on the triple.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall. They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Parker passes to Bridges. Here's Blunt. He's covered by Cassell. Takes it inside. Off the mark. Had a chance to trim it to single digits. Here's Reynolds. Here's Sims. Nobody near Parker. There's 3-pointers off the mark. Timberwolves trail by 10. Blunt passes to Bridges. The Timberwolves working the ball around now. Always going up for the alley-oop here. Trying to go for an alley-oop, but excellent defense and anticipation there to stop it. Here's Parker. That's good. Basket number 5 on a 5-for-8 night shooting. And now we'll get perspective here on how the hustle game has been going for the Kings.
And it's been about their defense. They're playing with a frenetic pace, putting a lot of pressure on the ball handlers and forcing turnovers.
For some reason, they've also had guys in the right spots on the offensive glass. Lots of putbacks.
Pass to Reynolds. Here's Cassell. Sims kicks to Parker. The 3. And it's Parker again missing. And so it's Parker with it. He'll bring it up for the Minnesota Timberwolves. A 12-point game. And that will conclude a 4-game road trip. From past the arc, Minnesota again turning it over. Let's take a look at the numbers for him.
He's been playing a much bigger role in their offense over the past 5 games. It comes across in his usage rate, which has gone up during that stretch. We'll see if they continue to lean on him here tonight.
There's a minute left here in the second. Reynolds passes to Cassell, and the layup's good off the glass. Cassell's got the lead up to 14 now for the Kings.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
And he can time his passes so perfectly. Wow, what an assist.
And here is Parker. He had a career game last time out. Bucket after bucket. Here's Reynolds. Over Parker. Offensive rebound. The shot's good from Sims. Sims has got his 3rd basket of the night.
And that's a lesson for the D. Fight harder on the glass.
Yeah, you just can't afford to give up second chance opportunities again and again.
15 seconds left in the first half of basketball. 6 to shoot. Parker. It's tipped, and he recovers it. And that's out of bounds. Minnesota will retain possession. And so we conclude the first half. King. Thank you, David. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the second half momentarily.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody. Good to see you back here on our half. It's Sacramento with the advantage at the half. They lead by 14. Kenny, how'd you see it?
Well, they went downtown and
And that does it for our halftime show. We now take you back to Kevin Harlan for the start of the third period.
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. Kings leading now by 14. So on the floor for Minnesota, they've got Blunt, Parker out there with Bridges, and it's Gibbs in at the 1. And for the Timberwolves, they're shooting just 35%. They've got to get better looks. And Parker, here we go. Count that bucket.
It's a great move, and he catches the defense completely off guard.
Well, just ripping through right there as he finds the open spot and gets right through there. High basketball IQ play.
Bridges against Parker. Now the pass to Ford. Back to Parker. 5 to shoot. For 3. Rebounded by the Timberwolves. Here's Gibbs. 9 points in the game so far. Shoots the 3. No good on that one. And it's the Kings taking it the other way.
This feels like it's snowballed a little bit on them. The more he tries to shoot his way out of this slump, the worse it seems to get. They need him to get it together.
And it goes down 2 points.
Yeah, the D has not been able to keep the ball out of the paint at that end of the floor.
Double team on Parker. Bridges, right side. It's blocked, and they're able to recover. Over a minute and a half into the third quarter of action. Parker passes to Cassell. Back to Parker. Down low. 5 on the clock. That one drops for him. Boyd's got his second basket of the game.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
Well, I know they don't have mobile devices out there for texting, so they might as well talk to one another.
A floater. Count that one, and the Sacramento lead has been cut down to 12 points again in the basket from Gibbs.
Resourceful move there. That was not an easy one to convert.
No, showing off a little bit on that one. That's a play when your coach goes, no. Okay, good play. Get back on defense.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flame.
Yeah, he's the guy that you want to go to right now, trying to put this one away.
It's deflected. Here's Blunt. He's got 9. Second chance shot. Whistle blows. That's going to be a travel. And a quick look at how the Minnesota Timberwolves schedule is shaping up. On Saturday, they continue the road trip, heading out to Phoenix to take on the Suns. Then on Monday, the Golden State Warriors come into town, tipping off a homestand for them.
And that game against the Clippers, this is one where it would take a complete meltdown for them not to come away with the win. Anything can happen, but I'd be shocked if they don't come out on top.
Now a timeout called by Sacramento. Hey, Greg, you had a lot of success playing in college and the NBA, but what was the most fun you ever had playing with a team?
That's a tough call, Kevin. I mean, winning tends to be the most fun, so I'd have to probably say my UNLV team, but we had some great teams with the Knicks, and don't forget about my Blazers. They were also a really competitive team. With a quick break in the action, here's some numbers for Parker. Averaging 21 points per game, 6 rebounds, and 5 assists. And you look at the numbers he's been putting up, fantastic scoring production from him.
Yeah, hard to ask for anything more at this point. He's really stepped up, and he's really delivered.
Cassell against Parker. Lays it up off the glass. Cassell's got his second basket of the night.
Now that's excellent. Get the ball down deep inside and cash in on a simple basket.
Parker looking over the floor. A flawless finish on the alley-oop.
Oh, what a pass. And then he lays it in with the circus move.
So smooth. Second half here. We're just over 3.5 minutes into it. Hamzy passes to Parker. Rebounded by the Timberwolves. A decent amount of time left as they try to find a way back into it.
Yeah, but it will be soon if they don't start cutting into this deficit.
Pass to Blunt. Over Turner. And it's sent back by Turner. And that one drops for him. And it's 6 points for Parker. And it's Parker with the ball, bringing it up for Sacramento. At one point, they led by 16. Driving the lane, and the dunk by Parker.
And that kind of sums up how this game is going.
Attack-minded all the way.
Yeah, great read, calls his own number, and then sends it home.
Here's Gibbs. He's got 11. Now Parker.
You know what? Tried to step in and cut him off, but just didn't get there quick enough.
First team foul. Timberwolves substitution. Zion Williamson.
Passes it to Blunt. Looking to get back on track here. And it's Sacramento with the rebound. Turner's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight.
With him struggling tonight, they need to find some other options out there to keep themselves in the game.
Timberwolves trail by 14 to the inside. And so it looks like the Timberwolves will retain possession here.
Minnesota ball.
And with this break, let's bring up the list of the dominant rookie rebounders in the NBA this season. And that was a great replay we just saw of our Mobile One block.
Sharp instincts on D there. Just timing when to rise up and swat that one away.
Puts it up off the inbound. And Williamson with the layup. Williamson's got his first bucket of the night.
Well, the closer that Zion is going to get, the more effective he's going to become.
We've been seeing athletic big men in the NBA now, Brent, for some time, but Zion Williamson raised the bar when it came to that department.
Well, there's no doubt about it, and it's this combination that is so strange for people to have to wrap their heads around when you get on the floor with them. You're standing eye to eye to him if you're 6'5", and you don't realize the power, the strength, the quickness off the floor, the ability to put the ball down on the deck. I mean, he's just something that you don't see every day, and it's the reason why Zion's one of the more special players in the league.
And Blunt gets it to go.
And boy, he's really in a groove. Dominant performance last game. Same thing this time out.
Seems to be nobody standing in his way, no roadblocks for him to get to his spot, capitalize, and continue to be aggressive.
And the Timberwolves making a change here.
Timberwolves substitution.
Last quarter of play, about 2 minutes in now. Sims, the pass to Parker. Excellent D there from Parker. Timberwolves trail by 16. Robertson is out there with Hachimura. Then there's Parker. Then it's Cassell. And it's Sims in at the center position. That's the 5 out there for the Kings. It's Parker outside. Again, the miss by the Kings.
Yeah, the three-pointer has not been his weapon in this one. He had 1 in the first quarter and still 0 here in the second.
Parker with the steal. A little over 2.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth quarter. Cassell, no good.
Well, there's more he could have done in this game for sure, but it hasn't kept them from pulling ahead.
Here's Bridges, and it's good on the assist by Parker. Parker's got his 4th assist in this one.
He's been accurate tonight. I think the best way for them to succeed is to get him more shots. Sounds simple, but it comes down to execution.
Sims dishes to Parker. To the middle, and he dunks it down.
That is all timing right there. Just led him perfectly.
Here's Williamson as their comeback bid had better get started.
I don't know, guys. It's going to take a pretty big run to get back in this one.
Nice ball movement by Minnesota. Shot clock at 6. Parker. That one good for 2. Parker's got 5 points now this quarter.
And you like to see since the half now, he's finally starting to come around.
Parker with the steal. Bridges trying to free himself up. Parker's shot is off. Kings leading now by 14. Pass to Cassell. Parker against Parker. The pass to Robertson. Back to Parker. Clock at 6. Inside. And no good. Excellent D there from Parker.
Well, in the rebounding game, at least, it's been a strong physical performance for him.
And it's slammed in by Bridges.
And that's a little lack of fight at the defensive end.
Absolutely. At least on that slam, you're right. That's one way to let a team back in the game.
You have to credit the aggressiveness offensively because that's when you make a play when you really need it.
And it's Parker with the ball, bringing it up for Minnesota. Down by 12. And it's slammed in by Bridges.
And that's a huge play. I mean, they need more like it because second chance points are going to be key in this game.
Probably so. That's usually a crucial element to any comeback. Timeout called by the Kings.
And doesn't like how things are going right now.
The timeout before the timeout here, maybe just to cut off the momentum and have a chit-chat with the team to settle down.
And now, let's take a look at the New Balance Player of the Game.
And in terms of his shooting, this has been one of the more accurate performances you'll ever see. I mean, he's been in constant motion, creating a lot of good looks for himself. But still, even when you're wide open, you expect to miss some of the time. That has not been the case here tonight. This guy has made everything.
He'd finally had enough of their losing streak, and it's going to take something special to regain some kind of momentum. And his effort has been very special tonight. On the sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Thanks, guys. I got a chance to hear what Luke Walton was saying to the team. He loves the aggressiveness on D. He said we're doing a great job of challenging everything they're trying to do. Stay active, talk to each other, don't let up. Kevin?
Thanks, David. Pass to Parker.
Sometimes you just have an off night, guys, and that's what we've seen so far.
Now, here's Parker. Defense right on him.
2 minutes remaining in the game. 2 minutes.
Pass to Cassell. Here's Reynolds. Another shot. He takes it up and lays it in. And the Kings lead by 11.
Really strong rebounding on the interior, and he gets the easy putback.
And there's a minute 45 left in the fourth quarter. Got a hand on it, and they get it back again with the block.
A defensive stalwart so far. That's 6 blocks.
Greg protecting the rim. Love the hustle. There's 1:38 left to play here in the fourth. Shot clock at 6. Here's Gibbs. He's covered by Cassell. Kings leading now by 11. Now here's Parker. Lets it go from the wing. Here's Floyd. Rebound Minnesota. Blunt's got 4 rebounds in this game. Here's Gibbs. The Timberwolves again can't hit.
And when you can't get anything to fall, it definitely gets in your head.
Especially if you're a player that doesn't get a lot of shot attempts. But otherwise, the mindset is, I just got to get the next one to go. And you don't want to put that much pressure on yourself.
And breaking down some numbers here, the hustle stats for the Kings.
Their defense has been outstanding, closing out on shots and blocking a few as well.
A significant difference here has been the number of points off turnovers that they've got.
The shot's good from Sims.
Impressive job by the players, coaches, and don't discount the impact of these fans.
Awesome to see their output tonight, trying to urge their team on, and that can always help. That home advantage of home fans getting you going, fully on display here.
Here's Cassell. Floyd, good.
And once they smelled blood in the water, you could see the killer instinct take over.
Yeah, up until that point, a competitive game, but once they broke through that barrier, it was all them. Complete control.
Here's Reynolds, right wing. Parker with it. So it's the Kings winning this one easily. Even early on in this one, it seemed like they were happy to be playing at home tonight.
And it makes a big difference. Once they started to really play in rhythm, you never felt like they had any doubts as to whether or not they were going to win.
And that about wraps it up. For Brent Barry, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan along with our 2K Sports crew. We'll see you next time.